No, 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 no. Careful there. It's allegedly in the low 70s. I'm in a t-shirt, but it feels kind of cool. And my Bluetooth headset won't work. So we'll sort it out the next light. So off camera, but I had to fiddle with my Bluetooth headset and my phone, rebooting, disabling Bluetooth, re-enabling Bluetooth. I don't know, Android is very inconsistent with the Bluetooth. I don't know how things are over on the iPhone world. Not that I'm switching, but so I've been through a little thing with spokes. I had spoke failures. 3 spokes I had to replace. I ordered a set of spokes, wrong size. They arrived fast, and I realized my error fast. So I wasn't sure how much more length I needed, and so I went like 2 millimeters more. They arrived today. They fit. They're in there secure, but they are still a little bit too short. 2 millimeters too short. So that'll be something I'll order at some point. Maybe sometime in the next week or two. The thing is, they don't have service manuals for bikes, you know? I guess, I mean, the reality is, if the OEM changes motor design at any given point in manufacturing, none of the specs are going to be accurate. Spokes could be, you know, 1 or 2 millimeters off. But you know, what I'm surprised though is that you know, the spoke vendors don't provide like a chart, like a handy guide. You print it out on 8.5 by 11 paper, and you know, hypothetically it would be the right size, and you could like match it up next to the spoke. You got a broken spoke. There's a way to measure it as a broken spoke. So now, today's ride, I'm not going to stress, because the stress is for tomorrow. I have a stress test tomorrow, so I'm not going to go overboard today. Yeah, stress test. I don't even know. I didn't even ask the doctor, like, how do they do it, you know? Where they put you on a treadmill and give you 50 lashes to motivate you, and then you and monitor your vitals. Or do they like have you like try to install spokes without the right workshop environment? You're gonna let me pass? Belongings. I believe, I don't know, allegedly, maybe the spokes are 13 gauge on this wheel. Although they look kind of the same as what I got, 12 gauge. Nice job. So I took a 4-day break from fixing the bike. Actually, I had a family member. Did I mention it previously? I had a family member that had a procedure done. We were taking care of them, and we kind of focused on that. And at the same time, I ordered the spokes when I discovered the spoke breakage. I saw you. I saw you. I saw what you're doing. So yeah, the bike completely rides like very confident with the 6 spokes. With the replaced spokes. Spoke replacement? April 29th. Hey, buddy. So yeah, I had to develop a way to put the spokes on, take them out, put them on. Kind of a system you got to work out. If you got to replace more than one spoke, you're going to be repeating the same actions over again. You want to get it done as fast as possible. Very, very tight space. Now, if you have a proper workshop and a bike stand and all this, infinite amount of space and tools, of course you just remove the rear wheel, remove the tire, the tube, and then service the spokes that way. And but we do it the Carlos way. They're gonna wing it. They don't even take anything off the bike. Just kind of nudge the tire to the side and get in there underneath the wheel strip, the spoke strip. Ooh, fragments. Yeah, just don't do it the way I do it. I would recommend, if you're gonna do it yourself, study up on the right ways and even the wrong ways, so you're not making the same mistakes other people did. Or alternatively, it may cost you, but take it to a bike shop. Now, I know there's a problem with certain bike shops refusing to service e-bikes. But I mean, if you bring your e-bike in your car or truck and you leave the battery, you don't put the battery on it. I mean, I don't see why they couldn't replace your spokes. But I know some are afraid of, you know, being blamed for the electronics being damaged. If they have to take a wheel off and there's something to unplug or whatever. Take it to an e-bike shop that sells e-bikes and services e-bikes. I know not every place has them, but oh, bumps. I'm afraid of hitting bumps with the spoke damage that I had previously. I got Von Dutch by Charlie XCX playing on my headphones. Yeah, when I stepped out, it was kind of cold. I hadn't been out all day today, and I stepped out. It felt a little cool, but I was like ready to go with the bike and to, you know, give the test ride and everything, take an exercise ride. And I just checked the temperature a few minutes ago off camera, and 61 degrees Fahrenheit. I think tomorrow's supposed to be warmer, so I don't know. elbow tree. We got 9 miles on the trip counter. Yeah, so I took it easy. I chilled for like 4 days. You know, helping around the house with family members, but no riding, no hiking. It was like a legit recovery time. Almost got a pizza pie in my face. Face full of pizza pie. Yeah. Maybe that'll be the title of the vlog. Face full of pizza pie. And I don't know, is that too much like clickbait? Or lot of e-bikers with motorcycle helmets on. That is reckless. That's the type of person that would lie. If something happens, they'll lie. They say, oh, the e-bike was in my way. You know, and of course, those types don't count on you having a camera. But hey. Put the left blinker on a while ago, but you know, people like that. Well, like I said, I'm not going to go extremely far today because, yeah, I was stressed out tomorrow. I'm just kind of doing a maintenance ride. I did have to make sure that the spokes were okay. And now that I know they are okay, A-okay. They are A-okay. And I'm gonna head back. I'll head down the Bergen line. we're stuck behind the parking authority. Maybe not. Nice. See that? Still gonna head back. I guess I have a song playing in my headphones. Summer's ending soon by the Midnight. Fitting song for the end of the vlog. No matter where you go, there you are again. Oh, it's probably a transformer down there. So when you live in an area where there's not so many e-bike shops willing to service your e-bike, I guess one way you could spin it, you could take it as a gift, an opportunity to learn how to service your own e-bike. You know, if you do a lot of research and stuff. You know, you learn a lot when you're forced to service your own e-bike. You learn, you wind up learning a lot. There's a lot to learn. I mean, it's basically bicycle maintenance, and that's the cool thing about it. It carries over into whatever bike you get, bicycle, e-bike. You're able to apply the same knowledge. So I hope that you guys are enjoying your rides, being safe, being careful, and wearing that helmet. We're going to let the tape run out. So that's going to be the ride. And that's going to be the vlog.